Because it is quite sexy, isn't it? It's quite nice and glossy and
packaging.
Yeah. I think it is.
I love packaging. But I have since I was like 7. My mum and dad thought I was freaky. They did. They admitted it. Because I'd spend all my pocket money on. This is a long time ago, guys, by the way. But when they were bringing out a new product, they'd bring out a miniature. You're a bit younger than me, Daniel, but they brought out little miniatures of bleachers or washing powder for about 15p. So they'd have Ariel, but it would be a tiny little 1 pack, and it was dead cute and dead gorgeous, a bit like the mini alcohols that you get. And I literally had in my bedroom, all around, miniature bleachers, washing up. They didn't know what I was going to be. They thought I was kind of OCD cleaning freak, and I wasn't. I just loved the way that the structure worked, the graphics worked. It was perfect. And I never knew I was going to be a designer. I haven't been to university. I haven't been to college. I went to college, didn't like it. I did a bit of photography, a bit of screen print, but I was always constrained. And so I just decided to go and do work experience. So I literally left college and just said I'll work for nothing if I have to at a design agency, which I did for a couple of weeks, and then they felt sorry for me and paid my travel expenses. But for me, passion is what you need. You've got to really want to be a designer, and that's it for me. I'm just full of passion, and I have been since birth, and I will be till I drop. And I think what I've found today is different degrees of passion, because of some of you aren't English, so there'll be different ways of interpreting that, but you all seem really passionate about what you do and how you've done it, and you've all said you've enjoyed this journey and you've, Daniel, just said you've seen them grow in front of you.
I think the passion is definitely developing, otherwise it just feels like too hard work.
Yeah.
Because it's your soul, you put your absolute soul into these things. And if you don't enjoy doing that, well, it's just not effective, is it? It's not doesn't balance.
It's not going to show.
Because you'll spend all day, all night on these things, won't you? Like that, I think
Well,
that's what's.
sleep.
Yeah, friends.
Well, I don't remember last time I slept.
The last few weeks, we break up for half term today.
Oh,
Do you all
today's
break up
last
for half
day,
term
yeah.
as well?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
the last
yeah, but then we got the next project to go on. So we're doing that through half term.
Yeah, you break up when you start work. And it's just like, it's not half term.
I think as a young designer, for me, you're at the best time ever, because you can look back at history of where packaging came from. And I talk about packaging because that's what I do. There is other things, you might not want to do packaging, but I'm stamping it because that's what I know about. Everything's there. You were talking about your box, how it fell apart. The frustrating thing for me there is, if you go to any supermarket, you just buy something for £4 and you know how that box, take that box apart, that's how it works. It's got a crash lock, it's got glue flaps, it's there. You don't have to make up a mock-up with tiny little strips that you press it and it just crushes, because really it's all there for you. Designers, you can't teach design. Daniel will admit this, you can't teach design, Daniel, really.
Yeah.
You've got a talent. You've either got a talent or you haven't. And you're either going to leave here and get a job, or you're going to leave here and work at Nando's as a frustrated designer because you can't get a job. But design, for me, you either know it or you don't. But what Daniel will teach you and what I would teach you is the commercialities and the direction and where to look for the answers, more than how do you design. Because design is an instinct. It really is. And that's why I've never been to college or university, because for me it's an instinct. You either know it or you don't. And from where you were last week, guys, to where you are now is just unthinkable, the difference. So you've done a great job this week, Daniel. So I think for me, as a round of applause to Daniel, because I don't know how you got on there, but you have, Daniel, and it's a fantastic move on. And each of you have got different levels of things. So some of you are better at communication, some of you are better at illustration, and that's the nicest thing. I was dreading today, if I'm honest. This is the honest truth. I was driving down here after my Skype message, and I thought, oh, you're joking. How am I supposed to look at these guys in the eye and go, I don't know, but you've just proved me wrong, and I admit it. You've really proved me wrong from last week.
You're not just saying that, because actually when David first walked in, the first thing he asked me was, what level are these at?
Yeah.
What am I allowed to say to them?
I did, because I thought if you just started design last week,
really
I can't
appreciated.
hammer you. But if you're on your second year, this is the standard and more that you should be producing week in, week out. And so you've all proved me wrong, and I'm really happy to admit that. Daniel's done an amazing job. You lot have done an amazing job. And I'm just really proud of all of you individually, because you've all just done such different things, but they all seem to work. And they're not perfect, guys. I'm not here to say you're angels. There's a lot of work to go into every single one of these packs to make it work. But what will be interesting is whoever does win, I don't know who's going to win. This is over to Rosie.
Well, we're going to have a chat.
I am going
Go for
to
coffee.
artwork this for Rosie myself at work. So we're going to get a cutter guide gun done, and I'm going to make this commercial. And what you'll then see is where it was and how it then finished as a commercial printed
That'd be really amazing
project.
to see,
And I tell you, you'll be dead surprised, whoever does win, how little I'm going to have to do. And the things you'll be going, oh shit, I should have done that. I can see it now, because it's the details. The commerciality that you've all got to learn is just about the detail, the clarity. Does it work? Can you read it? Is it reading correctly? And then you'll go, I get it. That's the easy part.
Take a picture of you giving feedback.
Oh, God, for
So
God's
just
sake.
keep chatting.
No, I'm done. I've said enough. Over to Daniel.
We'll go for coffee now and talk.
Yeah,
talk design
or do you want us to go
effectiveness.
out, or what would you like us? Do you want us to go out?
Well, I thought I'd invite us
Yeah,
for
oh,
coffees,
yes,
and these
definitely.
guys